Welcome back to Broken Bobby's Transformation Page. Today we're going to do a war story out of Hemet, Riverside County. Um, so, the idea of this story is to just show you how bad that addiction can really be. So, I was doing my thing, but wasn't really going too well out there. Like I was trying to reestablish, I was in a new area and just wasn't good. I hooked up with some people and uh, like a, it just wasn't going well. Money wasn't flowing right. It wasn't like things were in Orange County. Um, so I had already been into jail a few times at this point. I think at this point I was on probation in Los Angeles and San Bernardino counties. So, uh, I'm doing my thing, but like I said, it's just not going that well. And one night, I'm kind of bouncing around from hotel to hotel. Um, and, I'm getting depressed because the sad thing with addiction and being addicted to what I was addicted to, you know, people, like I seen this commercial where this guy says that in his addiction, he was worried he wouldn't be able to see his kids grow up. I call bullshit on that. When you're deep in your addiction, all you're worried about is where your next sack is going to come from, if we're keeping it real. So, uh, I'm down to a couple days left in the hotel. I'm running out of money, running out of product. Like I said, it ain't going that well, but my habit's still there. So, uh, I have some people over, 5 or 6 heads, and I'm sitting there and I'm looking around the room and, I tell one of the guys, hey, I'm the only one that's fucking got hair in this room. What the fuck? And he tells me, oh, you didn't know? We're skinheads. And I'm like mind blown, like, holy shit. That's not my get down, So, I'm tripping on that and things, like I said, things are going bad, So, we're getting down to like I gotta be out tomorrow kind of thing. And just about out of money, just about out of product. And, I'm sitting there drinking a beer, depressed, got the pistol on the table. And to be honest, I'm contemplating suicide. Like, this addiction thing ain't no joke. So, kind of going through my things, getting my things together, drinking the beer, depressed, and, I'm playing with the gun, and I come across some pictures, and I see some pictures of my daughters. I just had daughters at this point in my life. So I think to myself, wow, is that how I want them to remember me, that I was a coward and that I took my own life? So I get this brilliant idea that I'm not going to do it myself. I'm going to get someone else to do it. Either it's going to be death by cop or something along those lines. So, like I said, I'm just about out of product. So I get with one of these skinhead guys and I tell him, hey, front me some stuff. And, he fronts me a pretty significant amount. And to be honest, I have no intentions of paying this guy back. This is the master plan on how I'm going to end it. So that, in my sick and twisted mind, people will say, wow, he went out like a G, even though that isn't what it would have been. But so now I'm on the hook to this guy for a couple $100, and like I said, I have no intentions of paying this guy, and I'm basically just using it all up, selling a little bit to here and there to get a room, but I basically lost my mojo at this point. Like the hustle ain't working. I'm on probation all over the place, and prison's becoming inevitable at this point. So, dude calls me up a couple of days later, and he's like, "Hey, where's that money that you owe me?" And he was somebody within his organization. I'm not going to say which group it was, but they were skinheads in the Hemet area, and yeah, he calls me up, "Hey, where's that money at, Rob?" And I tell him, "You ate that shit, motherfucker. Catch me if you can." So the plan's in motion, and so, maybe a week goes by or so, and I'm in a different motel room now. I think I'm in San Jacinto, and I come out of the room to smoke a cigarette at like 4 a.m, and lo and behold, here he is, standing, maybe about 10 feet away on the other side of a car. And he's like, "I got you now, motherfucker." And, I'm just defeated at this point. Like, I don't care. So he points the gun at me. And, I'm just so broken. I'm like, "Do it. Just do it, And God must have been watching over me on that night, because, I can see it in his eyes. He don't have the balls to do it. And, so a little back and forth between me and him from a bit of a distance, like I said, and I'm telling him, "Just shoot me. Just shoot me. Like, my will to live is gone." And like I said, in my twisted way of thinking, that would have been going out like a G. Still cowardice, in my opinion. But so somebody opens a motel room door, and some lady screaming, "Oh my God, oh my God." And it scares him. So he uncocks the gun. He says, "It ain't over. It ain't over. I'm going to get you." And I'm like, "No, don't go. You're already here. Come on. Let's do this shit, So this is what happens with addiction. I was a hustler, and I did pretty well for a while in my mind. Money was flowing in good, and I could support my dealer's habit. But eventually, it's always going to dry up. And, it's a very expensive habit, not to mention the toll that it takes on your body. So I guess, the thing is, like, I'm so much happier now making an honest living, getting taxed all to hell by the government. But, this is life, and, I'm happy. I have my family. We have our home, and, life is pretty good. I mean, it could definitely be a lot worse. Don't look at the mountain, just start climbing.